Greetings there, my fellow knights in shining armor. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ratopia, Episode 11, Rat Knights. I think so that we stop having like leaks that go all the way down into our deepest tunnel, I'm just going to start capping the roof here so that it doesn't leak all the way. There's also actual roof tiles that you can make to prevent leaks, which I'll incorporate at some point. I just don't need them yet. I don't know how water got here. Oh, maybe it... Yeah, I am actually not sure really how water got here. Because I was pretty certain I, like, scooped all that up. And there's not, unlike oxygen not included, there's not a concept of them, like, peeing on the floor. So I'm really not sure how this happened. Alright, raffle time! Dagonite! I don't know if you have someone already named after you, but I'm okay with double names. No, you don't. Okay, good. So that was Maggie. And we got Scumdog. Scum, do you exist? No, you don't. So the other one that needed a name was Nelly. Congrats! And that, for now, is the last bed that we require. Lulu, what's going on with the medicine supply? He's working on it. I think he's just really slow. Alright, and you guys want me to focus on organization and design. So, finish the lift. Really straightforward, but I think it's about time that I finish this dang lift. That way no one gets stuck climbing on any level. And it's... Oh, there we go. Medicine was finally produced. Perfect. I just got a tech point for it. And we've got an invasion. Elitist, blah. Royalist and militant. Oh, skillful and slow? I'll wait for someone better. I don't love slow. Slow is pretty, like, livable. Oh, you know what? I'm not wearing my right armor. I'm gonna let the fighters duke it out a little bit on their own for a minute, so I can slap on my tank gear. Oh, no, I had it on. I was actually wearing it all along. I forgot to swap off of it. So we do have someone that was severely wounded that was defending the top pathway. My guess is our hospital worker will deal with that automatically, but I will keep an eye on it to make sure that they are rescued if the hospital person doesn't do it. Because we do have medicine automatically supplied, so it shouldn't require my intervention. Yeah, maybe it does. I don't want anyone to die, so I'm gonna intervene. I got dead cold here. We got KO'd. Oh, we have another one KO'd. I think it might be worth, if I was to put my thumb on the scale, next time it comes up for a poll, it might be worth improving our military. Military are just basic spearman guards seem less capable of defending now because the enemies are teching up and getting stronger, and they're getting knocked out as a result. So we did do a full defense, but I need to get back to Wishbringer quickly because he needs to be stabilized. Unless the other medic gets to it. Also, having beds close, unoccupied beds or medical beds close to combat. Oh yeah, there we go. This is a rescue, where they rescued Wishbringer rather than me having to do it. So it was done automatically, which is great, and Wishbringer's now on his feet. So that's the advantage of the hospital. And getting 2 hospitals is going to really help out, I think. So, Bathorn, you're going to be the other hospital worker. And the kiln barely took damage. That was a pretty good defense. Okay, so back to the lifts. I need a lift. One more lift. That's it. Just at this level. So what to do next? Up to you. I have the materials for 4 more level of lifts if we need it at some point. Migrants. Pessimistic and quiet. Foolish. No, I don't like them. Bummer. Finally, Udugal has a bed. So I'm going to start laying out beds. Someone sleeps here, so we'll get them in a nicer bed. But I think we're pretty close to actually everyone having a soft bed now. So that their rest recovery rate is quicker, which is good. They might have changed it. I could be wrong. They might have changed it so that the arenas... I didn't see it in the patch notes, but I haven't seen anyone get knocked out from the arena fights. They could have changed it so that the arenas are like less dangerous. Which, honestly, is a pretty reasonable balance, because it was ridiculous the way it was before, where they were like constantly getting KO'd, which was annoying and kind of unplayable. So that might have been remedied automatically. I cannot seem to fix that automatic repair thingy. I think it was a ladder. Maybe if I put a ladder in there, it will go away. I think that's probably wishful thinking. But we'll see. So every level has a lift station now. Good. And you guys want me to focus on security and defenses, because I put my thumb on the scale. So let's do that. Improve the military. So into the research desk, over to the military tab. We do have the ability to get barracks already. So I should start building barracks, and that's going to require some copper. But I'm going to also unlock the Combat Academy and the Temple of War. So in terms of barracks, let's see. Barracks is going to require a copper stone and dirt, and that will allow us to get a mace rat or a spear rat. So spear rats have extra health, and when they attack enemies, they hamstring them, make them slower. And the mace rats have extra damage and extra armor. Mace rats are good tanks, and I kind of prefer them over the spear rats. Or we can wait for the Combat Academy, but the Combat Academy is going to require iron. So, should I make Combat Academies or barracks? So the academies are more expensive, and I'm going to have to start ramping up iron production. So I'm not immediately going to have people able to staff academies, or I can start doing barracks now there's not going to be as much of a lag time because I almost have the materials to do 2 barracks immediately, but I have the materials to do 0 combat academies. And that the Temple of War is like specialist fighters, which I'm probably not going to use because they aren't as reliable. They're kind of chance-based a bit. I just wanted to get the tech because we have the research points anyway. But I think it's also probably worth me ramping up iron production anyway. So for that, we need a grinder grinding up. Well, look, I'll show you. So taking a look at iron here, we need some sort of bone or lime or something like that. And I do have a lot of limestone, so that's really not much of an issue. So I need to go to our grinder. Do we have a grinder? We might not have a grinder. That would be problem number 1. So down here next to the kiln, let's build a grinder. To be able to grind up the limestone, because we have tons of limestone available to us. And then grind up that limestone for iron production. I'm also going to remove the Royal Forge and move it up top. The Royal Forge doesn't really need to be where the blacksmith is. It's not ever staffed by Radizans. So it makes sense to more have it in the like royal section up top in the castle than down here. Because if I do want to start ramping up for more barracks or more academies, having more furnaces makes sense. It seems to me like you guys want barracks, so got it. It's up here. Let's do that. Military barracks, and put one right there. And what will happen is, like, as the barracks are built, I'll move our spearmen from the spear trainers to the barracks, and then if I can afford academies, I could do the same with that as well. The other thing I want to do is to move the squad headquarters to its own floor, because it doesn't really need to be here either. So the Royal Forge I'll put up here, and while I'm at it, I might as well put in the Royal Wardrobe. Oh, I don't have the materials for it. Moving that forge up would be nice. Pacifist, fragile, royalist, militarist, quiet, and quick. I like these two. Vega and Susie. That's another giveaway. And also more beds needed. I'm not sure I have them available. I have one of them too. So there is a mission here. To accomplish Prosperity 4. That's kind of like an overarching long-term goal, but cool to have it. Alright, down to the grinder. Let's employ someone. Dagonite to crush up limestone into lime powder, halite into salt, and bone into bone powder. Actually, you know, let's just focus solely on lime powder for now so that we can ramp up iron. And the other thing I'm going to do is actually mine iron, because I haven't done that. So something useful that I haven't done either is to have a central ladder. Eventually you can actually work it as a lift, which makes it faster, but having a central ladder will allow us to rapidly get to resources that are underground. Because as it is now, like, it's a weird sort of caving, complex travel system, which honestly doesn't work all that well. So getting a central ladder will be very, very handy. Savings running out? I'm not too worried about that. I just need to tax people. But for now, I'll travel down here myself and queue up some of the iron to be mined. Even though you guys voted on barracks, I do think the Combat Academy provides way more benefit than the barracks. It's sort of the end tier tech level, so it's something that you're going to want. Okay, there's a lot of copper there, but I'm looking for iron. God, that's a lot of copper. I think I probably went the wrong way. I think there's iron closer. But let's go ahead and tell the guys to get copper anyway. And there's our first lime powder. So the grinder is grinding up the lime already. Nice. I guess I'll listen to the warning and get up topside and start taxing everyone. Alright, we got the Combat Academy researched. Sweet. Alright, where's my iron, man? Is it down this way? I remember finding like a treasure trove of iron. I think it was down this way, actually, yeah. Because it was near that giant void. Oh, and I went the wrong way. I forget how to get to that large void. I think maybe through... No, it wasn't through this water. It was down this way. Having like a twisting, turning path to it is really not helpful. So I think I need to establish like a better ladder system to get to it more reasonably. So where was our ladder head? Let's go find it. Also, that first barracks that we made probably is done. Okay. With a loud noise, a huge rock crashed. Then, wow, the rock is full of gold coins. Thou who taketh the treasure shall march towards inevitable doom. The Rhadamants begin to buzz with rumors that those were the cursed coins of the ancients. That's quite disturbing. So either we can take the coins for ourselves, we can bury the coins, or we can pretend to bury the coins but use it secretly. So this is one of those story prompts that get offered up when your gold levels get low. And you guys can choose the answer here. So the effect of... I'm a little worried about clicking these others to see the other effects, the other consequences, because I'm worried that it would make a choice that I can't not select. But I know that if I'm not afraid of Mistress, let's use it, I get 3,000 gold and everybody gets happy for 3 days. So that's the one that I know for sure. So free gold is the top choice, is what I'm trying to say. Number one is I get free money and it makes everyone happy. Yeah. But I forget if there's a confirmation prompt or not. I already tried to use the arrow keys in WASD. Oh no, okay. So it's W and S. So the middle one is everyone's happy for 3 days. The top one is I get free gold and everyone's happy for 3 days. And the bottom one is I get some of the gold. I get half the gold. So it's either both one or half of the other. Isn't that unhappy? Oh, maybe it's unhappy. It is unhappy. Okay, you were right. However, everyone's pretty happy in the, only one person is in need of joy, so it's not like I'm, low on happiness. So it's not much of a concern. Sorry, I misread that, but I still think it was the right choice anyway. Alright, the search for iron continues. I have a feeling it was down this way. I had just... Yeah, it is definitely down this way. I just blocked it off because of creating the ladder systems that I did. And we also have the Temple of War. Yep, here it is. And while we're here, we can also get the copper, too. Iron takes a long time to harvest. Nope, wasn't that way. I'm still in relative disbelief that I have not found spiders down here. Just crazy weird luck, like map RNG. I mean, I'm okay with it. It's just surprising. But luckily, there's the trade mechanic that can make up for losses like that. So now with that little bit of iron we got, I can also start to do iron production. Instead of just copper. It also might be worth, if we are ramping up, to get a second furnace going. Which is why I moved the royal furnace that we had. The raffle timers were a while ago, but let's get them going as well. So you have Wishbringer. And then magic. Nuts. Oh. What was the other one that got added? Susie. I think one of you needed a bed. We're also almost hitting prosperity level 4. It's going to happen like any second now. So tonight is a combat night. I believe I'm already wearing the armor, but I should top up on health. Now all of the kingdoms... Oh no, so this is a kingdom, Ratopia demands banking coins, which gets into sort of like a stock market mechanic, which I can show later once I have an actual bank. But hopefully, this fight will go a little bit easier than to I don't, unfortunately, have time to get someone working in the barracks in time. So I did just employ Wishbringer to work that, because Wishbringer is a militarist, so they're probably better suited for barracks work than something of these other rats. in our kingdom. So I'll analyze that soon. Only putting the best people for the job in. Ah, there's something there that's blocking. Now that I have a bit of a roof up top, I can also plumb. I think we might even have some of the materials for gold, too. Yeah, we do. I'll go with the better recipe. Charcoal, gold ingot. Instead of coal, because I don't think we have access to coal yet. Gold is a useful material for minting high-quality coins in your mint, or for making, like, specialty equipment. It's used for both. But it's mostly used for minting. So if you're wondering about that, the middle and high-class rats require a certain wealth level to maintain that status. So right now, there's like a finite amount of money in the economy. There's only like 10 grand, and it's just divided between me and my citizens. But if I want higher class people, they need to have a certain wealth level in order to maintain that class, which is where minting gold coins comes in handy. Because if you want middle and high class rats in your kingdom, you need more money to be distributed. And there's not a concept of inflation. So essentially, the more money that you put into the economy, the higher the amount of wealthier people you have. It's your second rat that you got, so I can rename one. Yeah, I saw that you were also one of the combatants. So I'll rerun that raffle at some point. And I'm not fighting for my life. I think it would be helpful to have more western-facing traps, because there's a lot of attackers that come in from the west, which will help to lower the defense burden. But also, as we get the barracks and the combat academies ramped up, it will be, it'll be managed that way too. Hey, Gigafail, how's it going today? Once my hands aren't full, I'll welcome you formally. All right, escort me. All right, someone just got severely wounded. I'm getting the snot kicked out of me, so I'm gonna run. I'm gonna tell them to defend this area rather than escort me, so they don't just stand next to me doing nothing. And I'm rescuing one of them. Oh, whoops. Dismissed. So if you tell them to defend an area, they will continue to defend that area, and they won't dismiss themselves, so you gotta actually dismiss them. So I'm not really sure who I'm holding here, but I know that I'm gonna bring them. Oh, one thing I could do is I could just drop them off right next to the medic, and the medic will then rescue them. So we should see Dead Cold here being rescued automatically. Ahem. Yeah, medic. Oh, okay. Cathanon decided to have some sort of health problem. I'm going to do it manually, just so that we don't lose someone out of stupidity. And there's our first iron ingot. Nice. Migrants. Militarist Hardy. Ooh, that's good. And Royalist and Oh, that Slob's unfortunate. Send him away. So Wish, you said that you should be re-rolled. So you're going to be Runicat. The second wish. Congrats. Cat's a weird name for a mouse to have, but we'll overlook it. So we got one barracks up. I need a little bit more stone bricks for the second barracks, and I think I actually got rid of the masonry entirely, so I gotta get a masonry back. Because we were out of materials for the masonry for a while. So we'll get the masonry back in and get more barracks up. It's also possible to just skip that tier entirely and go for... So if I end up with the iron needed, we can go for Coven Academy directly, but that also requires a masonry, so... let's go ahead and get a second miner up. So steel boot, you're going to be put in, because you have production efficiency. So either make copper, iron, or gold. Don't care which. As long as you're working in the forge, the furnace. Oh, my strength went up. Nice. So now I can carry 6 things. Just call them Runa. Kind of liked Runa Cat, but if you want Runa, you're the boss. So Fangface, you are a militant that's hardy, so you should definitely remain a fighter. I want to pare down the amount of fighters that I have. I don't need 6. 5 is fine. So Lorix, you are also a militant, so you should stay a fighter. Dead Cold, you are a militant, you should stay a fighter. Guero, you are a militant. Man, they're all militants? What about Wishbringer? Is just hardy. So Wishbringer, I'm gonna actually fire you. You're tough, but you don't love fighting like the others do. Meaning that you can be employed somewhere else. I'm not sure. Highland Timber's living here. Okay. So Highland, you're the last one to get a nice bed. Sorry it took so long. I did want to move... Oh, first gold ingot. Nice. I did want to move the royal tent. I'm going to put that up here, the squad headquarters. And then I'll have to go down to the mason to make sure that we start producing more stone blocks. And I'll probably need to actually mine out some regular stone for that, because I think we were low on just like generic stone. Oh, it isn't even built yet. But that's pretty easy to fulfill. I mean, it's just this basic rock that needs to get mined. Not too complicated. So one thing you may have noticed is like the supply chain for later tier materials like iron gets kind of involved. You know, it gets a little bit labor intensive to start to produce things like iron, which is why you need a considerable amount of industry before you ramp up late tier production and military, just because of the requirements. Anarchist? No, they suck. Anarchist? Okay, they both suck. Anarchists get pissed off, like, when they're near you. So they're just constantly unhappy and therefore not really worth ever admitting to your kingdom. Queendom. Alright, Mason. Let's go with the Neuron. The other thing I've put off and forgot to do is to add the dew collectors. I've been meaning to have extra dew collectors up here. Because our water supply is still really bad, honestly. Oh, we actually have a decent amount of dew. Weird. So with 4, we have a little bit of water pooled up, but like we definitely could use more. So let's get some more dew. So I'll be able to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more in. More than doubling the amount of dew collection that we have. And hopefully that will be enough to start to really fill up that water pool. It is summer. Nice. New squad tents going up. As soon as I have the masonry bricks for the barracks, we'll get that in. Oh, the other thing. Let's train you to be a mace rat. I did mention that I liked mace rats better, and then, like, did not set that up. The iron does take a long time, so we're really nowhere close to having our first combat academy. But the combat academy is like the end-tier military unit for the game, at least so far, until like more things are added in. So even getting one of those is going to be massively helpful because the defense bonuses that the combat academy offers is awesome. Those spiderwebs, yeah, they collect water dew that allows you to then drips down and pools. Optimist who's intelligent? Probably, yeah. Yet another giveaway. And this is 32 pop now. That's pretty good. We're really growing. Thank you for tuning in to Ratopia, which originally streamed live on Twitch, February 6th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Ratopians.